Hi, welcome to Crafted Sweetly. I'm Deanna. Thanks so much for being here. I was asked recently to do a video on how I would package the books if I were shipping them. So over the years, I've shipped a few books here and there, not a whole lot of them, just because I don't generally do custom orders that are shipped. I will do orders locally and I just hand them to customers, but as far as shipping them, I've only done a handful. But this is how I package it when I do have to ship it. So I have a couple books here just to kind of show you, options and things like that. This first book is a combination of the photo strip and folding. So this one is pretty resilient, meaning, pages are not gonna buckle within, like nest within each other. They're not going to buckle. They stay pretty sturdy. So something like this, I would just put in a bag and then put it in a box. And I'll kind of go through that stage as well, of what I mean by that. So with this, I don't really do anything. I would just put it again in maybe tie a ribbon at the bottom. But for something like this, because it has ribbon here, I don't even do a ribbon. It would be just like this, put in a gift bag. Now, a book like this, what I did was I added a stabilizer at the bottom. And a lot of my books will have this if they're just the strip fold. Now, this one I added diamond dots to it. But if it's just a strip fold, and if it's a lot of pages, then what they'll tend to do is they tend to kind of buckle. So they'll kind of do this. And while I work on them, they'll stand up. But then when you're shipping it, those pages will kind of revert back to nesting within each other and also possibly kind of buckling. So I do add the stabilizer at the bottom of my books. Once I do that, then they go in a, if I'm ready to ship it, I will put it in a cellophane bag like this. So the bag itself, I'll put a link in the description box of the bags that I use for wrapping. Now again, this same thing, I have a stabilizer at the bottom because these pages would want to kind of fold with it. And this was a pattern that has strips on the front as well as on top. So I wanted to stabilize the bottom to kind of make sure that nothing would move in transit if I were to ship this. And then I put it in a cellophane bag. Now the bag is bigger, so what I do is I basically kind of fold it nicely on the side and then tape it at the bottom. So that way it's not, kind of sticking out or having ears sticking this way. But I will fold the bag nicely and then add a tape at the bottom to hold it in place and then tie a ribbon up here. And this is how I would, if you're doing craft fairs, this is how I would sell them. I don't just throw this in a bag for customers. I think it's just much nicer to present the book ready to be given as a gift, which may be the case if somebody's purchasing this from you at a craft fair. And if you're shipping it, same thing. I would put it in a bag like this and ship it this way. Now, once you have this, so let me get these two books out of the way. So again, this would just go straight in a bag and then tie it with a ribbon. So I'll set that aside. Same with this. And then, this is, no matter how much I jiggle it, it's gonna stay put because of this stabilizer at the bottom. So I would definitely recommend doing that with books because they're, yes, they're not going to be able to read this anymore. All of these are upcycled, we'll use these to save them from the landfill. I've seen videos of thousands and thousands of books that end up in landfills because libraries don't want them, they're not selling, they're not moving in bookstores. So this is our way of saving them. So the fact that it can't be read, once you do this art, think of it as basically art for your bookshelf to be displayed. And especially if you're doing someone's image on here, family photo, things like that. Nobody's going to sit there and read that book. So once you have this in a bag, then you need to find the box. So the box that you want, this book is about 9 inches high, and you want to have a little bit of room on each side. So I would say probably another 3 inches or so on each one. So maybe that's what, 6 and the 9, 15, maybe like a 16-inch box at least. So 16 inches this way, and then this way, if I'm looking kind of like at my guide here on the table, the open, this part of it that's the widest is about 8 inches. So I would go at least obviously 8 inches, maybe even 10 inches, just to give a little cushion on the sides here. So I found this box that it's actually just an upcycled box. I do that a lot as well. I will take boxes and upcycle these as well, use them again before they end up in a landfill. I know, well, or being recycled, but give them one more life. So now what I do with the book is I will take the book and fold this over like this. Now this is possibly a little wider. If you have something narrower, that works too. So this is gonna be here. And what I want to do is, this is how I ship it. I don't stand it up in shipping it. I mean, if you have a tall enough book, you technically could do that as well. But generally what I'll do is I will take packing pillows like this. Same thing. These are also saved from packages I've received. And I put it underneath here. And that helps, you know, support it straight up. Now again, if you have a book that's smaller, you know, almost like a cube, but really tall, so maybe like 8-inch square, but then 14 inches, 15 inches high, then you can go this way with it. If you have some bubble wrap, you could put a layer of it at the bottom, you know, kind of nesting it. Could even use the pillows like this is another option. So let me set this aside for a second, grab 2 more pillows. And now I'm kind of creating a trough here where the pillow, I mean the book goes right where the pillows meet. Okay, and now the book is secure this way. This is gonna go down this way on top of it. And you can add some more packing pillows around the sides this way. Now it's kind of holding it in place. And do some more. And if your box is a little smaller than the one I just happened to grab here, then you may not need as many packing pillows. It looks like I could use one more up here and maybe one on top. You don't want to force these pillows in too much, because if you do, you might risk kind of mushing the top of the book. So you want to be careful, you know, how much room you have. But this is pretty secure in here. It's not going to move anywhere. And once I close these and tape it, this is not shaking. And you always want to test that part. If you hear it or feel it moving, then you may not have enough backing pillows. You should not hear any shifting or feel any shifting as you're doing this. And I actually pick up the box and try it before I tape it up, just to make sure, you know, do I need to add some more packing pillows to it. But it's not shifting anywhere by doing this. So that's pretty much all I do to pack the book. It has all the books, again, I haven't done many, but all the ones that I have shipped have arrived safely with no issues, and this is how I have packaged all of the books. And I think it's nice when the customer receives it and they take it out of the box you sent it in. They already have it gift wrapped and don't have to worry about trying to find the bag and what am I going to put it in and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so that's my process of packing and shipping a book. Make sure you add your, you know, on the back you add your name, so if the person receiving it wants to reach out to you to have another book done, don't forget to do that as well. If you have any questions about any of this, please comment below. As usual, join my Facebook group and, post your questions there if you have any additional questions about this packaging. Now, you cannot ship this media mail. So if you were shipping the book on its own without, even this unpackaged, you cannot, once you've altered the book, it can't be media mail anymore. If you're just shipping a book like this, then yes, this could be media mail, and it's a lot cheaper to ship. However, once you alter the book and you've done a design on it, this now is an art piece versus a book. So at this point, you have to ship it with regular mail, priority, or ground, FedEx, UPS, whatever you're using, but you cannot ship media mail. Okay, so that's the other thing to keep in mind when you're shipping books. They're books, but they're not considered books as far as the post office is concerned once you do art on it. All right, I think that pretty much covers my shipping process. Again, any questions, comment below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next project.